only eating at Anthony Bourdain's favourite spots in London for a day. For today's challenge, I used Guide Geek AI to lead me on a foodie adventure across London based off Anthony Bourdain's favourite places to eat. This is a free tool and it's such a great way of finding travel and food recommendations. I know Bourdain loved a food market, so I started by asking Guide Geek which markets he visited while in London. I'm never going to say no to a trip to Borough Market, so that's where we kick things off. I started by getting one of the famous sausage rolls from the Ginger Pig. I'm not sure if Bourdain specifically visited this spot, but I'm pretty sure he would approve of the sausage rolls here. This was the fattest sausage roll I've ever seen in my life. The pastry was perfectly golden and flaky, and that pork filling was just so juicy. I know Bourdain loved his oysters, and although they're not my favorite thing in the world, I tried to channel his open-mindedness. The oyster was fresh, salty, and slimy, just as I expected. I am determined to keep eating oysters until I actually start enjoying them. Final stop at the Borough Market was Neil's Yard Dairy. This is a spot Bourdain recommended to come for British cheese, and I totally understand why. All the cheese here was so incredible. The Stilton was my favorite, so I bought some, and I made the mistake of putting it in my handbag for like 5 hours. It smelled so bad. After this, I went back to Guide Geek as I wanted to find out what Anthony Bourdain's favorite restaurant in London was. I was very excited when I saw St. John's pop up, as I've wanted to try this restaurant for such a long time. The concept here is showcasing British ingredients with nose to tail cooking. We started the meal with some sourdough bread and butter, which was just so simple but so good. I was a bit sad they didn't have bone marrow on the menu, as I know this is one of Bourdain's favorite dishes here. Instead, we ordered the egg, anchovy, and tarragon, which were fun little bites to begin the meal. The saltiness of the anchovy with the creaminess of the mayo just worked so well together. Next, we tried the Welsh rarebit, which was so delectably cheesy and just had such a good umami flavor. We got some of the triple cooked chips, which were absolutely massive. Apparently, they're cooked in beef dripping, so they had such a good flavor to them. Finally, we got the braised hogget, which is something between lamb and mutton. This was the most tender, melt in your mouth meat in the world. The dish came with some sweet and perfectly cooked carrots, as well as an anchovy cream, which sounds bizarre, but it added so much flavor to the overall dish. This was such a good example of British food done properly, and I see why Bourdain loved this place. If you want to try out this travel AI tool for yourself, make sure you head to guidegeek.com.